Introduction to the sequel of the Phantom Moon Star Chart. www.zhaozuiyuan.com. Along the way of cultivation, there have been obstacles and long paths, several times of confusion, several times of sorrow, several times of survival, breaking through cocoons and becoming butterflies, and I am light. The roar of the dragon is vast, and who can stop the trampling of the warcraft? The prophecy of the witch race has become a prophecy, and swords and magic have shaken all directions. https://www.zhaozuiyan.com. Chapter 1. Aries and Princess 17. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Ads by Google equals window. Ads by Google. Push, at noon, it's sunny. Dark Empire Imperial City, Princess Mansion. Aries's expression was a bit stiff, unable to tell whether it was a smile or a bitter one. Because of Qibao's words, he has been drumming in his heart. Unexpectedly, after multiple conversations with Princess 17, I felt good and very happy. Hey stinky kid, you either laugh or don't laugh. I didn't force you to smile, said Princess 17 with a pout. Your Highness, Royal Highness Princess, the magician pays most attention to mental strength and meditation, followed by physical training. Aries put down the teacup in his hand and glanced at her, his eagerness to return slowly calmed down. Not bad, but I don't know if you pay attention to physical training, do you? My princess has the power of a level 3 warrior. Princess 17 gently danced her pink fist. Your Royal Highness Princess, if you want to talk about embroidery, it may be okay. I don't believe you have the strength of a level 3 warrior. Aries quipped. Kid, stand up and give Princess Ben a punch. Hurry up, this is the order, Princess 17 laughed mischievously. Your Royal Highness Princess, just come. Aries stood up and wielded about 10% of her bright fighting spirit. Princess 17's pink fist had already hit Aries on the left shoulder. I roughly calculated it. Her strength should be a bit more than that of a level 2 warrior, and it is indeed close to the strength of a level 3 warrior, which is very good. Princess 17 felt like she was punching a slate, taking a few steps back and swinging her arms repeatedly. She coquettishly said, You naughty kid, bullying this princess is a weak woman, right? Aries's face turned black. I thought to myself, this is still a weak woman. What words can be used to describe an ordinary weak woman? Your Royal Highness Princess is very powerful. I am injured internally. Aries quickly pretended to cover his left shoulder, took a few steps back, pretended to be miserable, and complained incessantly. Hey, you're acting really well, it's a pity not to participate in the palace circus performance, hee. Princess 17 is in a good mood at this moment. Your Highness Royal Highness Princess, can you see that? Aries pretended to be puzzled. Kid, when you dodged the first level dark magic shadow arrow of this princess directly on the Hall of Heroes, you didn't release any magic skills. Do you think this princess is foolish? Don't say that wizards of the light type can enhance their body skills with wind speed, dark speed, and thunder speed. Lying is useless. Princess 17 said directly. Okay, that's why I often exercise with 100 pounds to improve my body skills, Aries said. You kid, if you're honest in front of me, you'll have to suffer less, hee. Princess 17 smiled lightly. Good times always pass by quickly. These days, Aries has been living in the west wing of the princess mansion with 7 treasures under the arrangement of the maid. The princess smiles happily every day. She increasingly felt happy with Aries's company. She can't say why. 6 days later. In the princess mansion garden. Ask a question, Aries. Princess 17 held the teacup on the table and looked into Aries's eyes, sincerely speaking. Your Royal Highness Princess asked freely. I know everything. Aries quickly avoided her gaze. Do you have anyone you like? Of course, I'm just casually asking. Princess Bonia's voice was very low. Yes. Her name is Vivian and she is now a level 5 light mage, Ares said honestly. Princess 17 couldn't help feeling disappointed upon hearing this and pursed her lips. Your Highness, Royal Highness Princess, you've been bothering me for a long time. Can you put it down and go back? Ares tried to ask. I thought to myself, originally I was going to leave, and no one could keep me. After all, she is a princess and has been treated with courtesy repeatedly. How can she not give face? After spending a few days together, Ares realized that Princess 17 really treated her well and immediately felt relieved. Okay, then wait here for Princess Ben for a while. Princess 17 ran quickly towards her room. Her actions left Ares a bit confused. Boss, where did the Princess Palace go? The 7 magic animals on his shoulder said. 7 treasures, the boss doesn't know either. After 2 cups of tea, Princess 17 came out. She is no longer dressed as that tall bun tomboy. Her long black hair hung down to her waist, wearing a small gemstone princess crown. Her clear eyes and beautiful face, due to the light application of pink and daisy, appear so gentle against the backdrop of the pink light veil long skirt. Boss, Princess 17 is very beautiful. Qi Baotong spoke through a magical contract. Ares was dumbfounded and forgot to respond, repeatedly stroking 7 treasures on his shoulder. If Vivian's beauty belongs to purity and sweetness, then at this moment, the 17th princess in front of her is the water lotus. Hey, silly kid, do you think my princess's outfit is a bit different? Princess 17 chuckled lightly. Her smile didn't matter. Ares was drunk and crazy. He gaped and said, Your Royal Highness Princess is beautiful. 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 You have a sweet mouth, do you still insist on leaving when you see the original appearance of this princess? 17 Princess Xueling blinked her eyes and said proudly. Ares's heart did indeed fluctuate just now. It must be false to say that she was not at all tempted. But can I disappoint Vivian's wholehearted dedication? Nature cannot. He had to clasp his fists and bow his hands, saying, Your Highness, Royal Highness Princess is incomparably beautiful. Why do I miss my friends so much? I still hope to go back early. Princess 17 felt a little reluctant in her heart. She lightly bit her vermilion lips and said, I can't tell that you're quite devoted. I've made friends with you, so you can go back and see me again when there's a chance. Thank you very much, Your Highness, Royal Highness Princess. Your Highness, Royal Highness Princess, take care. See you soon. Ares took a few steps back and glanced at the beautiful 17th princess. Ares, can you still call my name? Princess 17 took a step forward and bit her lip. Bonia, take care of yourself. See you later. Ares was feeling extremely uneasy at the moment. Well, we'll see you later. Princess 17 blushed and said. Ares walked far out of the princess's mansion, while Princess Bonia, the 17th princess, was still gazing at the entrance of the mansion. The guard at the entrance of the princess's mansion was extremely envious upon seeing this. What are you looking at? Don't look. Princess 17 looked at the guard and said. Yes, Royal Highness Princess. The guard soldier stood straight and clanged. The 17 Princess Mansion has regained its former tranquility. South of the Imperial City, Royal Academy of Witchcraft and Wizardry. After numerous magic teachers attended the banquet, they naturally brought back the interesting stories that happened on the Hall of Heroes. Especially when His Majesty the Emperor personally approved Ares's graduation, it caused a considerable sensation. The information brought back by other magic teachers from various departments includes Ares serving as a magic companion for Princess 17. Vivian and her 3 companions can hear their classmates discussing everywhere inside the Royal Academy of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Vivian, that kid won't be recruited by the Emperor as the 17th son. In law, will he? Alice joked. That's possible. The dean's daughter married into the palace this time, and perhaps the emperor would invite that boy as his son.in.law as soon as he's happy, and agreed. She thought to herself, isn't that kid just handsome? Princess 17 shouldn't be interested in him. And, Alice, why do you hope that silly kid becomes a royal relative so much? Vivian glanced at the two of them. Hee. Cluck. The silver bell-like laughter came from Alice and Anne. I'll go ask Teacher Helena. Vivian left the two of them and headed straight towards Teacher Helena's residence. And, the rest of us are here to drink, Alice looked at Anne. Alice, let's go back first. Guangming Department, Helena Teacher's residence. Helena Teacher, are the interesting stories about the royal family that other students in the department are talking about true? Has Aries already graduated? He is working as a companion for Princess 17, looking for a book garden www.zhaoxuan.com, right? Vivian said with a hint of jealousy. Vivian, these pieces of information are true. The teacher was also at the royal banquet, so that kid should be back soon, Helena smiled. That silly boy, he never knew to refuse others. In case, His Highness the 17 Royal Highness Princess would not let him come back. Vivian was worried. Girl, don't worry about this. With the teacher's sunshine, that kid won't easily be attracted to others. His eyes are all yours. Her Royal Highness the 17 Princess Gu Ling is very clever. She always dresses up as a boy. She should only be Aries as a magic partner. Helena comforted. Helena always says nice things to coax me, it's been so many days now, Vivian whispered. Vivian, have you reached the level 5 bottleneck of your light magic power? Helena only then noticed Vivian's strength and exclaimed in surprise. Well, after that silly kid gave me snow crystal honey to take, I entered a deep meditation state. For a whole 8 days, my mage's spiritual power directly crossed the level 5 bottleneck and entered level 6. The magic power of the light is still a bit weak, and I think it's about to break through. It should be about another 6 months, Vivian candidly said. Helena gently touched Vivian's head and said with a smile, not bad, not bad. This way, you girl can also graduate smoothly and live together with that kid. That kid is really good at making people happy. You can even think of snow, ice, crystal, and honey. Helena Teacher, please don't make fun of me. I'll go to the mountain on the west side of the college to have a look. Goodbye, teacher. Vivian blushed and said. Goodbye. This girl's movie. Looking at Vivian's back, Helena thought of Herbert, the good librarian. Chapter 2. Profound Jealousy. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Ads by Google equals window. Ads by Google. Push. Aries returned to the Royal Academy of Witchcraft and Wizardry in the south of the Imperial City with the 7 treasures. Boss, what will you do when I see Sister Vivian? Hee. Qibao chewed on the candy and whispered. Think of a solution when you see it. Aries raised his hand and blessed the wings of light, which flickered and quickly appeared over the hill on the west side of the college. At that time, many hard-working magic students from various departments looked up at the sky and paid attention to Aries. Hi everyone. Aries kept waving and greeting them. Vivian just left Helena's residence and could see Aries in mid-air at a glance. She called out Aries's name, but the distance was too far. Due to the obstruction of the building, Aries did not see her figure. She quickened her pace and walked towards the hill on the west side of the Royal Academy. Hi, Aries. I haven't seen you for many years, are you so amazing? A 5th grade ice girl with an ice blue ponytail smiled and greeted. Are you? Aries looked at the ice girl in front of her and was slightly surprised, then released the wings of light. I forgot, her name is Monica. I was sitting opposite you at the Silver Leaf School of Witchcraft and Wizardry freshman dinner, said Ice Girl Monica joyfully. I remember, Monica, hello. You're already a level 5 ice mage, congratulations. Ares warmly greeted me. Thank you. Ares, what kind of warcraft is on your shoulder? It looks quite cute, Ice Girl Monica politely responded. It's called Chibao. Ares gently stroked Chibao on his shoulder and introduced him. At this moment, a boy's voice sounded. Hi, Ares, how come you've become so powerful after a few years of not seeing each other? You can even unleash the wings of light. Sure, you've been flirting with the beautiful ice girls since you came back, pretty good. The speaker is a level 5 fire mage with short hair. Hi, Mike. You've made a lot of progress. You've reached level 5 fire mage, congratulations. Ares looked at the level 5 fire mage boy. Mike, a male student from the fire department, felt embarrassed and touched the back of his head. It turned out that he was Mike, the classmate who sold Bingtenghulu to Ares at that time. Hi, Ares. Another familiar voice came, and a level 6 magician boy from the Earth series walked towards Ares. Hi, Jerry. You have broken through to level 6 in the Department of Geography, congratulations, Ares praised. Thank you. However, Senior Ares is still impressive. Your deeds will be revealed by the teachers when they come back. Your Majesty the Emperor personally approved your graduation, it's really amazing. He is truly a role model for our Royal Academy. You look really amazing, Warcraft. Jerry, a boy from the local department, admires it. It's called Chibao. Jerry praised it falsely, thank you. Ares chuckled lightly. Ares, let's go discuss the trial with the teacher first. Let's talk. He looked at Mike, a hot guy, and Monica, an ice girl next to him, then turned around and left. Okay, goodbye. Aresli said. Goodbye, senior student from the Earth Department. Mike, a male student from the Fire Department, waved his hand. Ares, the senior cultivator from the local department, is really hardworking. By the way, Ares, you seem to be very familiar with Monica, shouldn't you be childhood sweethearts? Mike, a male student from the Fire Department, joked. Fuck you. Monica was a classmate I met when I was at the Silver Leaf School of Witchcraft and Wizardry in the Duchy of Warsaw. Ares patted the shoulder of the fire guy Mike. He immediately turned around and carefully looked at Monica, repeatedly saying, Monica, have my friends at Silver Leaf School come to Royal College? It's the one sitting opposite you at that dinner, Heller, John, and Colin. Monica, a 5th grade girl from the Ice Department, is watching Ares smile sweetly. She stroked her long hair at the edge of her cheeks and said, Ares, I remember the names you mentioned. 5 years ago, the 3 of them, like me, reached level 3 as wizards at the age of 10. Unfortunately, when participating in the Royal Academy of Witchcraft and Wizardry's spiritual talent test, I did not pass. I heard that I went to another higher school of witchcraft and wizardry, Blue Moon Academy, that's great. Monica, 5 years ago I didn't go to the Dark Mountains for a trial, why didn't I meet you? Ares asked. At that time, he had just arrived at the Royal Academy of Witchcraft and Wizardry, and he was too timid to run around alone. He must have been practicing all along, so he never encountered him. It wasn't until a year ago, when I broke through the Ice Level 5 Mage's strength, that I came here to practice and train. Seeing these seal carving arts, when I asked about them, I found out it was you who carved it. I was stunned at the time, Monica recalled. So it's like this. I remember my friend Heller had a level 5 earth magic talent, how could his mental strength test fail? Ares asked in confusion. I don't know about this either, I also don't understand. During Heller's testing, the second grid of the black light ball that tests spiritual talent was about to light up and then went out. So, the Deacon Sandra announced on the spot that his spiritual talent was not qualified. I only have a 4th level ice magic talent myself. During the mental power test, the black orb lit up the second grid and stopped when it climbed to the 3rd grid. Monica pursed her lips and said. Aries understands this truth. The strength of magical talent determines whether one can become a magician and the speed of meditation to cultivate magical power. The strength of spiritual power determines whether one can advance to advanced magicians. There are naturally those with strong talent and weak spiritual power, as well as those with strong spiritual power and slightly weaker talent. For example, Monica in front of her clearly belongs to the latter. As long as one has strong spiritual power, it is still possible to become a high-level magician over time. Due to Aries' focus on Monica in front of her, although she could sense someone coming, she didn't realize for a moment that Vivian was coming. Qibao didn't notice Vivian coming while eating candy. On the other side, when Vivian arrived at the mountaintop, she happened to see Aries facing a girl with an ice blue ponytail, and the two were having a friendly conversation. She was filled with jealousy for a moment and directly recited a level 4 light magic spell. The white light magic element shines on both Aries and the ice girl Monica, level 4 light magic, light binding. The light bondage on Aries' body flickered and disappeared, making it impossible to control it. He looked towards the direction of the magic release, and a familiar figure caught his eye. "Boss, Sister Vivian is here," said the 7 treasures on her shoulder. The light binding controls the ice girl Monica for over 5 seconds, and she cannot move. She looked towards Vivi, who was full of anger, and was surprised. She exclaimed angrily, "This beautiful little sister from the light department, what are you tying me up for? I didn't provoke you, did I?" Monica, a girl from the ice department, fell out of her words and the control time of the light binding expired, automatically dissipating. "Aries, it's been a few days since we last saw each other. Are you flirting with ice girls in front of your sister?" Vivian pouted. "I said this beautiful little sister from the light department, are you still unreasonable? I already met Ollie at the Silver Leaf School in Warsaw. Why, don't people talk to him?" Monica, an ice girl, was equally agitated and fiercely opposed. "Dear Vivian, how are you?" Aries smiled. "Not good." "Who is your dear?" Vivian was very angry when she heard Monica, an ice girl. She turned to look at Monica, an ice girl, with a jealous expression and said, "This lovely ice girl, have you been childhood sweethearts?" "So what?" "Humph." Monica, an ice girl, didn't give in at all. "It seems that this ice girl wants to compete with her sister, right?" Vivian was in a bad mood at the moment, her words full of gunpowder. "Let's have a competition, who's afraid of who?" Monica, an ice girl, turned her face to one side. "Vivian, Monica, you can't do it," Aries advised. In an instant, Vivian and Monica simultaneously recited level 4 magic spells of the Light and Ice series. Out of instinctive reaction, Aries protected Vivian in front of her. At this moment, the body temperature began to drop, and Aries was temporarily frozen into an ice sculpture by the 4th level ice magic, Ice Freeze, while also freezing the 7 treasures. "Boss, what are we doing when this ice-type lady freezes us?" Qibao Shihai whispered. "Qibao, don't move yet and see what they're doing." "Alright, listen to the boss. This ice miss is getting angry, even my baby is frozen." Qibao's voice came in. At that time, Monica, an ice girl, was once again bound by Vivian's release of the bondage of light. Vivian's palm lit up with 3 light arrows, the 1st level magic, light and shadow arrow of the light series, aimed at Monica, a girl from the ice series. Mike, a student from the fire department, was extremely surprised and didn't understand what was going on. "Vivian, no way." Aries easily broke through the ice-type, Ice Freeze, with his bright fighting spirit, and his white figure flashed, blocking the ice-type girl Monica. Whoosh! 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 The light arrow shot directly at Aries' chest at close range, but when it met the light's fighting spirit, it immediately scattered. Monica, an ice girl behind Aries, was deeply moved. "Dear Vivian, please calm down and listen to me," Aries explained. Sister is very calm. Who is your dear? Take this ice-type little sister to the palace to find your 17th princess. Vivian lost her sanity and went to Shuyuan www.zhaoshuyuan.com to add vinegar and vent her anger on Ares. She then flashed 2 level 2 light spells, the Spear of Light, directly onto Ares, dissipating the magical energy. She recited a level 5 light magic spell again. The white light magic element condenses and turns into 2 intersecting sharp blades in an X shape, with a level 5 light magic lightsaber slash. The lightsaber slash spun at lightning speed, carrying a sharp sound boom as it flew towards Ares. Helpless, Ares withdrew 90% of his fighting energy defense and allowed Vivian's level 5 lightsaber slash to swiftly strike him. Ping Ka. The consequence was that the morale shield shattered, and Ares's white magic robe on his chest was dyed red, causing minor injuries. This scene scared the ice girl Monica and the fire boy Mike. Dear Vivian, are you trying to kill your husband? Oh my, it hurts me so much. Your light sword slash has a level 5 mage's post-production ability, Ares grinned wickedly. Stinky kid, has your sister married you? Continue pretending, waiting for your sister to treat you. Vivian exclaimed angrily. This is what I'm saying. Ares didn't forget to make Vivian happy at this moment. Boss, how did Sister Vivian use magic to attack you? Hee hee. It's fun. Qibao chuckled and said. Qibao, don't make things worse. The boss doesn't even know what to do now, Ari replied. Monica, an ice girl, saw that Ares was injured and said unfairly, hey, this beautiful little sister from the light department, didn't you see that you hurt Ares? You don't have any sympathy at all. Chapter 3. One cry, two make a fuss. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Ads by Google equals window. Ads by Google. Push. Vivian felt embarrassed when she saw the ice girl in front of her constantly praising her. She first pursed her lips and then pouted, saying, this stinky kid can just coax you little girls. Can you ask him if he can block his sister's level 5 light magic? This beautiful sister from the light department, Ares doesn't have time to release level 6 Guardian of Light, should she? Ice girl Monica also pouted, unsure and authentic. Mike, a male student from the fire department, was surprised and kept touching the back of his head, unable to understand. At this moment, the white cross light around Ares illuminated, and a level 3 light magic called Healing of Light appeared. The skin injury was cured in just a little while. He grinned and said, Monica, Mike, Vivian and I are going out to relax. See you later. Ares, see you later. Monica and Mike's voices echoed one after another. Stinky kid, who said they want to relax with you? Humph, Vivian pouted, her pretty face turned to one side, her hands embraced each other, and she exclaimed angrily. Are you really not going? Ares chuckled mischievously. No. Vivian looked in the other direction and ignored Ares directly. As soon as she finished speaking, Ares immediately cast the level 7 light-based auxiliary magic, Wings of Light. The huge translucent white wings lit up, and a princess hugged Vivian and flew away. The remaining fire-type male Mike and ice-type female Monica remained in place and disorderly. This. Mike, a male student from the fire department, was stunned when he saw this scene. Mike, why are you stuttering? Have you never seen Wings of Light or have you never seen a couple? The teacher has already said that the white semi-transparent Wings of Light can fly, similar to the wind magic Wings of Wind. Monica, an ice girl, glanced at Mike, a fire boy, and then looked at Ares and Vivian in mid-air, feeling envious. Monica, do you think we're strange about this? When Ares released level 7 Wings of Light, he didn't even recite a magic spell. After Mike finished speaking, he pounced directly on the ground with a thud. So what if you didn't recite the magic spell? Mike, what are you doing on the ground? Monica exclaimed in surprise. Monica, let me explain to you what throwing oneself into the ground means. Mike chuckled and stood up, patting the dust on his body. Bored. Ice Girl Monica gave him a white glance. Monica, so what do you say? Let me give you an example, and you'll understand. How many levels of magic can a level 5 wizard instantly cast without reciting magic spells? Mike coaxed gently. What's wrong with levels 3 and below? Monica wondered. What about level 7 wizards? Mike continued. Of course it's instant magic at level 5 and below. Mike, are you saying that? Monica opened her mouth again in surprise and quickly covered it with her hand. Yes. If you guessed correctly, he has already reached level 9 as a major wizard of the Light series. Mike said with admiration in his eyes. The 9th level Light-type Great Wizard, that's comparable to the Dean. Ares is really a monster, and the stories told in the book are not so legendary. Ice-type Girl Monica constantly praised. Who said it's not? Sigh, role models, there's no way. Mike shrugged and spread his hand. Over the Royal Academy of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Vivian, what do you think when you overlook the scenery of the Imperial City? Ares held Vivian in her arms, flashing her wings of light at lightning speed. After flying out of the Royal Academy, she stayed in mid-air. She was so scared that she didn't dare to move. She tightly hugged Ares's neck. She blushed and said, "Stinky kid, bad guy, you know how to bully your sister. Can't you give her a wing of light? I must hold it, okay." Ares instantly unleashed a level 7 wings of light and gently lowered Vivian. She gently flickered her wings of light, pointed towards the east direction of the city, and exclaimed in surprise, "Ares, the scenery of the Imperial City is so beautiful. Look over there, that's a free trade castle. Wow, the palace is really big." Upon seeing this, Chibao whispered, "Boss, give this baby a wing of light." Chibao, don't be naughty. Aren't you good at flying? Ares said helplessly. Boss, just give it your blessing. This baby will perform a free fall for Sister Vivian and make her happy. Chibao's childlike innocence has risen again. In an instant, the white elements of light gathered on Chibao's body, adding 2 more wings of light. Stinky kid, what are you doing to bestow the wings of light on Chibao? Annie is right, bad guy. Chibao can fly, can't it? Vivian asked in confusion. Chibao flapped his wings and flew around the 2 of them, then glided down again without moving his wings. Finally, it directly retracted its wings and fell freely. Oh hee, when it descended to about 100 meters above the ground, it quickly fanned its wings to stabilize its body, patted its chest with its claws, and made a fearful gesture. Chibao's actions successfully amused Vivian. She covered her mouth and chuckled. She coquettishly said, Ares, why is Chibao so mischievous? Yes. It's a bit mischievous. Ares saw Vivian not angry and was in a good mood. Boss, Sister Vivian is not angry anymore, look. Chibao flew back to Ares' shoulder. 7 treasures are still powerful, Boss rewards you with some candy to eat. Ares flipped his hand and took out a few candies to hand to 7 treasures. Chibao chewed it with a dignified expression, nodding occasionally, enjoying it very much. Ares, did the candy in your hand just come out? Vivian was surprised. No, it's this ring. Ares lightly clenched his left hand and turned it a few times. Stinky kid, do you have to keep your eyes open and tell lies in front of your sister? Is that okay? Vivian pouted again. This is called a space ring, used for storing things, hee. Ares chuckled mischievously. What is a space ring? Vivian pursued. Dear Vivian, let's go down and talk. When the royal dark horse night arrives, stop the entanglement. Ares looked at Vivian and said. 2 people and 1 warcraft landed on the wide ground outside the Royal Academy of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Ares flipped his hand and took out a handful of candy. He smiled and explained, "This space ring is a storage device. You don't need to bring a package when traveling, you can store things directly." "Dear Vivian, please have some candy." After hesitating for a moment, Vivian still took the candy and said, "That's pretty good. How could there be such a magical storage device? I haven't heard of it before, you stinky kid. The vastness of heaven and earth is full of wonders." Previously, there were many people with mixed eyes, making it inconvenient to showcase them, Ares said awkwardly. "Alright, sister has forgiven you." Ares, sister asked you, is sister the second one to fly with you to the sky above the imperial city to see the scenery? Vivian's eyes changed. Ares nodded like a conditioned reflex, then suddenly shook his head. Speak up. Was it requested by Princess 17 or was it voluntary? You can't lie, sister. I have a good intuition. Vivian questioned. She lit up her manicure and gently blew a few times. Is there any difference between what is requested and what is voluntary? Ares looked at Vivian. Of course, she is not the same. She is Royal Highness Princess. You can only accept the request of Her Royal Highness Princess. My sister has nothing to say. If you volunteer, it means you are attracted to Princess 17 and interested in her. Stinky kid, quickly tell me which one it is. Vivian was once again filled with jealousy and full of anger. It was cloudy just now, but it turned cloudy again. Girl, why do you eat everyone's jealousy? I admit it was voluntary. Ares said nervously. He cares too much about Vivian, so he can only tell the truth. Just eat, it's unreasonable to change one's mind at a time. Stinky kid, you've successfully made my sister angry. Vivian stomped her feet in anger, went crazy, and turned around to leave. Dear Vivian, listen to me. I also see the princess as pitiful, that's why. Ares quickly grabbed her and wanted to explain. So what? Everyone admits to liking Princess 17, what are you still holding on to me for? Vivian said angrily. His Royal Highness the 17 Royal Highness Princess said that she had lived in the Deep Palace for a long time and was so bored that I took her to have a look every day. It's just about breathing, and it doesn't matter. Ares patiently explained. She said it's a bit stuffy, so you take her to breathe. You go on a trial for 4 years, and during these 4 years, who will comfort me? Who will take me to breathe? Speaking of this, Vivian felt excited and burst into tears at zhaoshuyuan.com. Ares felt a wave of unease. He pulled Vivian tightly into his arms. Patting her back, comforting her, Vivian, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I tried it out because I was too weak and wanted to become stronger as soon as possible. Vivian kept pounding Ares' right shoulder with her pink fist and said sadly, you bad guy, woo-woo. Suddenly, she took a bite directly on Ares' right arm. His Ares was trembling with pain. Boss, why did you make Vivian's sister cry? What did you say? She even bit you, hee. It's fun. Qibao whispered. Just now, I accidentally made a slip of the tongue. The boss said about watching the scenery with Princess 17 in the Imperial City. Ares grinned. Can you explain it clearly soon? 7 Treasures continued. I can't explain clearly. I really admire you, boss. There's nothing I can do about this baby. Qibao jumped a few times on Ares' shoulder. For a long time. Vivian's emotions gradually calmed down. She could feel Ares' thumping heartbeat. She felt a twinge of joy in her heart. Hey, I said, have you had enough of it, kid? Did your sister let you hold it? Just hold it, Vivian's voice rang out. Not holding enough, holding it forever is not enough. If only you don't bite people. Ares said softly. Upon hearing the previous sentence, she felt happy in her heart. Upon hearing the word bite, she immediately became unhappy. She pushed Aries away and pouted, "Let this stinky kid have a long memory. Do you dare to change your mind in the future?" Humph. Chapter 4. Undercurrent Surging. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Ads by Google equals window. Ads by Google. Push. Aries looked at the beautiful woman in front of her with a wicked and affectionate look, and smiled. How could that be? I am completely devoted to my dear Vivian. People who lie too much know what will happen. Humph. Vivian's beautiful almond eyes widened. She gave Aries another fierce glance. Vivian, can you achieve a level 6 mage graduation by practicing hard for a year? Aries changed the topic. It should be possible, stinky kid. Why did you suddenly ask this question? Vivian said, uncertain. I also need to intensify my cultivation. I almost can't come back this time. Aries looked very serious. Aries, don't scare me. What happened? Vivian's expression turned to worry. Vivian, a few days ago, at a banquet in the palace's Palace of Heroes, the dark magic guide of the national teacher used a spiritual storm to attack me. It was Christine who saved me, otherwise you wouldn't have seen me today. Aries was filled with anger at the thought of this. Holy level powerhouse. What kind of powerhouse is that? Vivian was stunned and asked, covering her mouth. Very strong, very strong. I guess if I move my fingers, I will be seriously injured. Holy level strength is too terrifying. Aries used two very strong words in a row to describe it. Aries, who is Kristen? How could he save you? Vivian worried. Kristen, he is a very peculiar existence, residing in my sea of knowledge. Aries candidly said. His words refreshed Vivian's 3 perspectives. Vivian felt that she was becoming increasingly unable to see through the secrets in Aries. Stinky kid, why haven't you ever heard of it before? Why are there so many secrets in your kid? Vivian pouted in dissatisfaction. I'm afraid it might scare you, and there aren't many secrets left. Didn't you tell my dear Vivian about all of this? Aries chuckled mischievously. How could a saint-level strong person attack you for no reason? It's really strange. Vivi wondered. Vivian, I can't figure it out either. We need to wait for the right moment and seek revenge for this one-shot revenge, in the future. Aries' eyes showed a hint of determination and killing intent. His expression frightened Vivian. Vivian grabbed one of his arms and said, Aries, let's go back to the Royal Academy. I will work hard to cultivate and help you seek revenge together in the future. Girl, thank you. I'll just go and seek revenge myself. Aries was moved in her heart. 2 people and 1 warcraft returned to the Royal Academy of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Vivian walked towards the direction of the girls' dormitory in the Guangming department, and she often turned back to look at Aries. Aries' warm smile was also constantly infecting Vivian. After she returned, Aries began to feel uneasy in his heart, and the figure of Princess 17 unconsciously came to mind. Heart said, even though I only care about Vivian, what's going on? Is it really like Vivian said that I have changed my mind? No, it's impossible. Boss, what are you thinking? Qibao whispered while chewing on the candy. It's okay. Aries stopped daydreaming and returned to his dormitory, sitting cross-legged. Qibao, don't you need to practice? Boss, as my baby grows up, his strength will improve without the need for cultivation. This is called innate strength, hee. Qibao said proudly. 7 treasures are still powerful. Of course. Aries' mind flashed with the 4th chapter of the Great Bright Secret Classic, where the fighting spirit of the light travels through the 8 meridians of the body. The meridian, Ren meridian, Chong meridian, Dai meridian, Yang Wei meridian, Yin Wei meridian, Yin Qiao meridian, and Yang Qiao meridian have been running for several weeks. After the Duki below the Dantian began to stabilize, he immediately began to use the magic power of the light element to convert the light Duki. In a quiet courtyard to the east of the imperial city, a person wearing a black robe adorned with 3 dark angel feathers on their shoulders stood with their hands down. Upon closer inspection of this figure, it was undoubtedly the 9th level Dark Warrior, the Holy Mountain ruler Douglas. A level 8 Dark Warrior respectfully said, "Your Majesty, is that all that's left of the last incident? Our people reported that the boy from the Guanming faction graduated with the approval of His Majesty the Imperial Emperor while in the palace. If that kid takes the opportunity to leave the Imperial City, it will be difficult to take action again. Nicholas is now a first-class Marquis of the Empire and the young father. In law. This matter has become tricky, so send our people to keep an eye on it. Once the boy from the Light faction is found out of the city, immediately send someone to report it. I will definitely have that kid shattered to pieces." Douglas's voice rang out. "Your Excellency, I wonder why the Archbishop of the Imperial City Holy Court is so concerned about this matter," inquired the 8th level Dark Warrior. "You don't have to worry about it, the Archbishop has his own reasons." "Is it difficult? Do you still want to personally ask the Archbishop? What you need to do is keep a close eye on that kid's whereabouts. Step down." Douglas raised his eyebrows and scolded. "I dare not. Your Highness, Judge, I'm leaving." The 8th level Dark Warrior turned around respectfully and left. What good did that fool lord give to the Archbishop? He even injured LZ several times when he died. He's damn it. Douglas angrily swung his sword and shattered the stone table in front of him, sheathing his large sword. He was filled with anger and couldn't vent it. He looked back on his previous 2 failures, losing face in front of the Royal Dark Horse Knights and receiving reprimands from the Archbishop. For the strong, face is sometimes more important than life. No wonder he is so angry. South of the Imperial City, the residence of the Dean of the Royal Academy of Witchcraft and Wizardry. "Congratulations to the Dean." "Oh no, congratulations to the Marquis of the Young Country," said the Deacon Sandra respectfully. "Dean Nicholas is very fond of this title." He continued on his lips, "Sandra, it's better to call the Dean of the Royal College, closer to the teachers and students." "Your Excellency, now that you have ascended to a high position, I don't know what your next plan is. If there is anything I need to do, just give me your orders." The Deacon Sandra flattered. "Very well. Sandra, this time I have received the grace of His Majesty the Emperor and have bestowed upon me and my wife the title. You have also contributed to this, and I will not mistreat you. There are 3 magic crystal cards here, each worth 20,000 gold coins. You and Dick each take 1, and the remaining 1 will be shared equally among the other brothers for drinking. You go down first, I have something else to discuss with my wife." Dean Nicholas spoke generously. "Thank you, Lord Marquis of Shaogua, for your reward. I'm leaving." Deacon Sandra respectfully took 3 gold coin magic crystal cards and retreated. The inner hall of the Dean's residence. Nikolai, Melody has now married into the palace and heard that there are many third princes and concubines. What will happen to her daughter in the future? "Don't worry," said Madame Angelina with concern. "Madam, don't worry. Since we agreed Melody to marry the third prince, we didn't take his 500 princes and concubines seriously. Don't worry, when the power of this seat increases, it will be the day of Melody's correction. I will be free to help her at that time." Dean Nicholas was surrounded by dark and magical elements, his momentum greatly increased, and he was full of genuine energy. "Old man, you're already a marquis in the Empire. Are you not satisfied? What else do you want?" Madame Angelina said angrily. "Madam, please pay attention to your choice of address. At least this seat is also a relative of the imperial family now. What is a first-class marquis? What this seat wants is the same position as the teacher. Dean Nicholas had a hint of malice in his eyes. Madame Angelina felt a hint of fear and thought to herself, is this still her husband? She quickly advised, Nicholas, you are so stubborn that one day you will be harmed by power. There's no need for Madam to worry, please don't say anything more. I have to personally go to the Holy Mountain Elder Hall to pay respects to the teacher and start that plan. Let Madam take care of the house. Dean Nicholas finished speaking and left with a brush of his sleeve. Humph, how unreasonable. Madam Angelina snorted and sat down in a fit of anger. She picked up a cup of tea with her left hand and gulped it down, while her right hand kept moving towards her chest. In the northwest of the Imperial City, there is a secret residence in a secret room. A level 6 Earth Mage with short hair and a 9 Dark Warrior with a blood plum blossom mark on their neck are having a secret conversation. Your Excellency, this powerful assassin, I have heard for a long time that the Blood Plum Blossom Assassin organization can make opponents tremble. How about we make a deal, said the level 6 land magic wizard. The level 9 Dark Warrior assassin said, the Blood Plum Blossom Assassin organization takes people's money and helps them alleviate disasters. Let's first see our sincerity. There are 100,000 gold coins inside. After completing the task, pay the remaining 100,000 gold coins. The short-haired level 6 Earth Magic Mage from Shuyuan www.zhaoshuyuan.com handed a black magic crystal card. Sure. You can first report your family and assassination target information. If the target exceeds the assassination value, we will discuss it separately. The level 9 Dark Warrior assassin said indifferently. Lord Loki of the Earl of Lord's mansion in the west of the city is targeting an 8th level light mage from the Imperial Academy of Witchcraft and Wizardry, named Ares, said the short-haired 6th level Earth Mage fiercely. He turned out to be Rocky, a leaky fish from the Earl of Lord's mansion. Please provide the criteria for determining the target's strength. The assassination mission requires careful planning, and you are not allowed to disclose any information related to this mission at will. Otherwise, if it harms oneself, don't blame me for not reminding you, the 9th level Dark Warrior assassin said coldly. Your Excellency, the target of this assassination is undoubtedly a level 8 light mage, and the information is conclusive. Its source was discovered by a level 6 water mage in our young master's mansion. The information he recorded with level 6 water magic, Mirror of Water, before his death is accurate. The short-haired ground mage Loki is definitely authentic. Great. You can leave the target portrait and leave, said the level 9 Dark Warrior assassin indifferently. After finishing speaking, the 6th level land mage Loki took out a portrait from the sleeve of his magic robe and threw it on the table, then turned around and left the Chamber of Secrets. The 9th level Dark Warrior looked at the portrait in his hand, and a cold light flashed in his eyes. He thought to himself, it's just a level 8 light type mage. Once you get close, you can kill it with one strike. He turned to the 2 level 8 warriors and said, pay attention to the movements of the target being assassinated this time. If you find the target leaving the Royal Academy of Witchcraft and Wizardry, report it immediately. Under no circumstances can you reveal your identity. Go. Yes, sir. 2 level 8 Dark Warriors also left. Chapter 5. Assassin Emergence. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Ads by Google equals window. Ads by Google. Push, to the north of the Imperial City, there is a post office. Someone. Quickly send this confidential letter back to the Bright Owl branch of the Kingdom of Kenny and present it to the High Priest of Light. The speaker was Enio, the special envoy of the Kenny Kingdom in the Far East region, at the royal banquet. He was an 8th level light mage. A level 8 light warrior received a confidential letter and said, Lord Enio, is this letter very important? How will I report it when I go back? Mayor, report truthfully and say that the Dark Empire has discovered the 9th level demon of the Light Clan, suspected of being a traitor. We hope the Elder Group will take it seriously and submit a secret letter. Kenny Kingdom's envoy Enio waved his big sleeve and said. It's my lord, I'll take care of it now. Level 8 light warrior Meyer took the letter and left. God bless, may that kid not be a traitor to my bright clan. Kenny Kingdom envoy Enio clasped his hands and prayed. Time flies like a shuttle, and 3 months have passed in a blink of an eye. In the Far East region, in the eastern part of the Kingdom of Kenny, in Aurora City, there is a large hall of the Church of Light. On the main hall stands a tall statue of an angel god, with a figure wearing a coarse cloth magic robe standing below the statue, holding his hand. He is tall, with black and white mottled hair, appearing a bit messy. His strength is level 9, and he is a great wizard in the later stage of the light department. He is the High Priest of Light. He raised his hand to take the secret letter sent by the 8th level light warrior Meyer and opened it. It is written above. Dear teacher, the palace of the Dark Empire has witnessed the emergence of a young genius level 9 light-type great wizard. Students are currently unable to determine whether the light-type strong person is a traitor of a different ethnic group. Please take it seriously, teachers and the headquarters of Holy Island. Student, Enio the High Priest of Light turned around and said, Mel, quickly tell Enio to send someone to closely monitor the movements of that young genius tribe. Remember not to reveal your identity, may God of Light bless you. Yes. Thank you, High Priest. I'm leaving. The 8th level light warrior Meyer, who was delivering the message, left the main hall. The High Priest of Light said to himself, the Light tribe has been suppressed by the Dark tribe for tens of thousands of years, and now it is located in a corner of the eastern part of the Pienin continent. I never expected that the house would leak and it would rain continuously at night. It is strange that such a 9th level light magic powerhouse, suspected of being a traitor, should appear in the Dark Empire. It's time to go to the headquarters of Guangming Holy Island. The secret letter from Enio, the special envoy of the Kingdom of Kenny to the Dark Empire, was like a stone thrown into still water, causing a great uproar within the Light clan. At the same time, Dark Empire, east of the Imperial City, in a quiet courtyard. Douglas, the 9th level Dark Judge, paced back and forth in the courtyard, feeling restless. 3 months have passed and he has not waited for the news of Ares leaving the city. Pop. He grabbed the tea cup on the table and smashed it into pieces. He opened his mouth full of angry curses and said, Get out of LZ. Keep a close eye on that kid's movements outside the city, report any news immediately, get out. I'm leaving, said 4 level 8 dark warriors in unison. They dared not lift their heads and retreated in frustration. The 4 of them were mentally tense. If they could rebel, they probably had already taken action to chop off the head of this irritable arbitrator. Dark Empire, south of the Imperial City, Royal Academy of Witchcraft and Wizardry, dormitory for girls of the Light Department. And Vivian should have been in deep meditation for over a dozen days this time. Why hasn't she left her meditation state yet? I'm really worried about her. Alice worried. Alice, Vivian may break through the level 5 bottleneck and reach level 6 as a light mage this time. Oh, we'll be dragging our feet, and joked. And Vivian has been practicing really hard these days. Alice exclaimed. Yes, we should learn from her, or she will graduate soon, and we will have fewer good sisters. Annie sighed with a pout. Another moment passed. Vivian withdrew from her meditative state. She gently recited a level 6 light magic spell. She was surrounded by a surge of white light elements, and an oval-shaped white halo appeared on her, which was the 6th level light defense magic, Guardian of Light. Annie, Alice, I have reached level 6 as a light mage. Look! Vivian exclaimed excitedly. Congratulations, Vivian. Alice and Anne spoke in unison. Vivian checked her strength and found that her spiritual power had entered the mid-level of level 6, while her magical power had just entered the threshold of level 6. She thought to herself, I have finally reached level 6 as a magician. In the future, I can be with that silly kid without separation, hee. Annie and Alice, thank you all. You also need to work hard, Vivian smiled sweetly. Vivian, you have to treat me, Annie joked. Alice covered her mouth and chuckled. No problem, Vivian chuckled. Royal Academy of Witchcraft and Wizardry, male dormitories of the Department of Light. The magical power within the 9th level light-type magic guide is immense. After 3 months of magical transformation, Ares felt that the level of fighting spirit below the Dantian had almost become substantial. Now using level 9 light magic power to convert into light fighting energy can be described as traveling thousands of miles in a day. Generally speaking, the level 6 warrior below the Dantian begins to rotate from gas to liquid. After entering the 8th level warrior, it will change into a rich liquid form. And now it's almost condensed to almost substance. Ares opened his eyes and checked his warrior's strength, feeling delighted in his heart. He excitedly whispered, 7 treasures, the boss has broken through the bottleneck of level 8 warriors and entered the ranks of level 9 light warriors. If his fighting spirit is released, it can reach more than 10 meters away. Boss, you're just a 9th level light beginner warrior. I've starved to death these days, go eat a big meal before we talk. Qibao murmured. Okay, the boss will take you to a feast of barbecue. In a barbecue restaurant. Boss, can you beat the level 9 Dark Ruler Douglas the previous time just by relying on your warrior strength in the early stage of level 9? Qibao grabbed a roasted lamb leg and took a bite, then interjected and asked. Without the help of light magic and you, the boss can't beat him. Ares said truthfully. Free Trade Castle, what about the level 9 Ice Warrior who maintains security? With the strength of the 9th level Light Series beginner warriors alone, they cannot defeat. What about the level 9 Fire Warriors on the 4th floor of the Free Trade Castle? Qibao stubbornly said. I can't beat it either. The Dark Empire, what about the level 9 Ice Warrior outside the palace? I still can't beat it. Ares said regretfully. Boss, this level 9 Light Warrior's strength is average, hehe. No one can beat him. Qibao chewed on the roasted lamb leg and enjoyed it. Qibao, what the boss said was that without using light magic, after using magic, there is no problem at all. Ares looked at Qibao. That's natural. And there's also Ben Baobao. With Ben Baobao helping the boss, even the strong ones in the later stage of level 9 can ignore it directly. Qibao proudly whispered. Qibao, think about it. Those originally powerful level 9 warriors all wanted to close up and strike, but what would happen if they hit the boss's bright fighting chi blade when they got close? Ares joked. Can you be confused? My baby suddenly discovered that the boss is a real thief, said Qibao joyfully. Sure, Qibao, you dare to make fun of the boss now. Believe it or not, the boss will hang you up with the bondage of light. Ares chuckled mischievously. Boss, since the last time my baby understood the advanced control magic of the Earth system called gravity technique, now he is not afraid of you. 7 Treasures is not afraid of Ares' threat at all. You're amazing, okay. Ares said helplessly. Boss, give me some snow region ice crystal honey to eat. Qibao's tender voice came in. It's finished, it's gone. Can we go to the Free Trade Castle again and buy some? Qibao jumped a few times on Ares' shoulder and asked. Unable to resist the 7 treasures. Ares had to take it out for a trip. One person, one warcraft left the entrance of the Royal Academy of Witchcraft and Wizardry. After traveling for over 200 meters, passed by a street corner in the south of the city. Ares suddenly stopped. Boss, why aren't you leaving? There is someone on the roof. At this moment, 3 masked black-clothed people jumped down from the roof in front of them one by one. They all held a black long sword in their hands, blocking the path of Ares and Qibao. The distance between the two sides is over 20 meters. Ares carefully examined the person and found that they were led by a level 9 mid-level dark warrior, followed by 2 level 8 late-level dark warriors standing in the grade position. Boss, look at this baby killing them. Qibao whispered. Qibao, don't worry. Boss, First see if you can obtain some useful information before taking action. Wait for boss to deal with them first, and you can watch the battle. At a critical moment, you can step forward and do this for now. Ares watched cautiously as the person in black arrived. Brush. Brush. The 9th level dark warrior led by him was wielding a long sword. He lowered his head again to look at the portrait on his left hand and carefully compared the Ares in front of him to the Shuyuan website www.zhaoshuyuan.com. A level 8 warrior on the left behind him spoke up, "Sir, I have confirmed that this person is the target of this mission. We have been waiting for 3 months, and finally they have appeared. 3 of you, have we never seen each other before? Why did we have this grudge?" Ares raised his sword eyebrows. The 9th level dark warrior waved his long sword and pointed it at Ares, saying, "Kid, someone has spent money to buy your life. Is that clear? In order to make you die in peace, I'll let you know and prepare to die." The 3 of them were surrounded by dark fighting energy, their momentum greatly increased, and their body methods increased several times. At the same time, a thick and substantial black fighting blade shot towards Ares. Following that were 2 other powerful fighting blades, one attacking from the front and the other from the back. The white oval-shaped aperture around Ares instantly lit up, emitting a level 6 light magic called Guardian of Light. Quickly activate the 9th level bright fighting chi shield, with 2 white defenses, 1 bright and 1 weak. The bright fighting chi shield is hidden within the Guardian of Light. If you don't look carefully, you won't be able to see it. This powerful dark fighting blade collided directly with the Guardian of Light. The energy of the 2 is difficult to blend, intensifying and tearing apart each other. Ping. 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 The thick and substantial black Dookie blade was obviously emitted by a level 9 dark warrior. Click. The Guardian of Light trembled for a few seconds and shattered with a loud bang. Ping. 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 The remaining power of the 9th level dark fighting blade and the other 2 8th level dark fighting blades cut across Ares's light fighting shield, scattering in all directions. "This is impossible," exclaimed the level 9 dark warrior led by him. "What's impossible?" Ares's mouth curved slightly. Chapter 6. Post-Emptive Strike. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Ads by Google equals window. Ads by Google. Push, the white light around the 3 of them lit up, and they were simultaneously bound by the light magic released by Ares. The 9th level killer was trapped for 2 seconds, while the other 2 8th level assassins were bound for 5 seconds and unable to move. Ares waved the large sleeves of his silver magic robe and raised his hand to instantly unleash the level 7 light group attack magic, Radiant. Dozens of white sword rays lit up around the body, growing in the wind and transforming into giant sword rays measuring in length, with astonishing momentum. Dozens of giant white swords shot out, fiercely impacting the dark Dookie shield on the 3 people across from them. Ping. 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 Sharp-ear collisions, explosions, and tearing sounds were heard. The white giant sword light scattered everywhere. The 2 of them behind the level 9 assassin trembled violently with their dark fighting shields, but they managed to withstand Ares's blow. The white elements of light converge, and dozens of giant white sword rays shoot out once again. Ping. 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 The level 9 assassin stirred up the dark fighting spirit within his body, and energy was steaming. He stood at the front to block it. He had just broken free from the shackles of light and was ready to counterattack, but he was shocked to find that he couldn't move. He thought to himself, LZ's level 9, Bloody Plum Blossom assassin was actually tricked by that small level 6 Earth-type wizard kid. The information he provided about the assassination target is incorrect. It's his fault. Where is the target of this assassination? A level 8 light mage. Judging from the speed at which this kid's level 7 magic is released, it's simply instant. Is the target of the assassination actually a level 9 light magic guide? And he also carries a colorful warcraft, which is not weak based on his strength. The level 9 Dark Warrior Assassin, led by him, once again easily broke free from Ares's light bondage, based on his strong dark fighting spirit. The luck of the two level 8 assassins behind him is not as good. The two of them had not yet broken free from the previous light bondage and were once again under the control of the light bondage. For the 9th level light type mage, the 7th level light type group attack magic Radiant can be instantly used, making it too easy to deal with those two 8th level warrior assassins. Ares instantly unleashed a level 7 Radiant Light, with dozens of giant white sword rays piercing through their already trembling dark fighting aura shield. Ah! Ah! Two screams of agony came through. Two level 8 assassins were hit by giant swords and flew over 10 meters, falling to the ground and vomiting blood, causing serious injuries. At that time, the light bondage on their bodies had not yet dissipated. Click. In an instant, the level 9 assassin led by him stirred up his dark fighting spirit and broke free from the constraints of the light. Brush his long sword swung in his hand, and another almost substantial black crescent-shaped fighting spirit blade shot out, directly hitting Ares's chest. Pang! The dark chi blade fiercely collided with the light chi shield, causing Ares to recoil several steps. The light fighting aura shield around him trembled for a moment, but it did not shatter. The level 9 assassin saw the situation and waved his long sword densely, charging his strength to strike. Brush a more powerful level 9 dark energy blade shot fiercely, hitting Ares's light energy shield. Pang! The bright fighting chi shield instantly shattered. Fortunately, the Guardian of Light on his body easily defended against a single blow from the dark fighting blade. Ares raised his hand and instantly unleashed 3 light shackles, trapping the 3 assassins and preventing them from moving. Swinging his sleeves, he instantly unleashed a level 7 light group attack magic called Radiant Light for the 3rd time. The dense giant sword rays formed a terrifying row of 3 assassins who were swiftly shot by the giant sword rays. Pang! 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 Ah! Ah! 2 screams came, and the giant sword shards cut the 2 level 8 assassins who were seriously injured on the ground into pieces, leaving a bloody mess on the ground. 2 magic crystal cards have dropped. Pang! 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 The bluestone floor on the ground was cut countless times by the sword's rays, trying hard to describe the terrifying attack power of Ares's brilliant blow. The 9th level assassin saw this and shouted angrily, "You have the guts, kid from the light department. Go to hell." Click. His thick dark energy surged around him, breaking free from Ares's magical control of the light. A substantial dark fighting blade was shot through the long sword, but when he bent down, he found that he couldn't move. Ares's Guardian of Light and Light Fighting Shield alternate one after another, defending against the level 9 Dark Warrior Killer's fighting blade. Pang! 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 Angry, Ares flipped his hand and took out the black long sword from the ring in his left hand space, using his aura of light to unleash a powerful blow. Brush! A similarly almost substantial light fighting chi blade, with a radius of over 10 meters, fiercely cuts into the dark fighting chi shield of a level 9 assassin. Pang! The black Dookie shield trembles and fails to break through the defense. Ares raised his hand and immediately unleashed a control spell called Light Binding. He hit the level 9 light fighting blade twice in a row before breaking the opponent's dark fighting shield. Pang! The defense of the 9th level assassin's dark fighting spirit was broken, and he was greatly shocked when he saw the almost substantial white light fighting spirit blade rapidly shooting towards him. He naturally understood his situation. He once again stirred up the dark energy within his body to form a defense. The white giant sword light formed by Ares's instant 7th level, Radiant Light, lit up again, swiftly shooting the 9th level assassin. The 9th level assassin stirred up his fighting spirit and leaped up to the roof. Pang! The white giant sword cut the bricks and stones on both sides of the wall, and the attack missed. Once again, instantly cast level 7 light magic, and the giant sword will force down level 9 assassins. The moment he landed. Brush. Ares swung his long sword, and a nearly solid white fighting spirit blade was released for more than 10 meters. The level 9 assassin was swept away by the light fighting spirit. Ah! A muffled snort came from. The 9th level assassin is at the end of his reign, carrying the white giant sword of the 7th level, shining brightly. He was chopped several meters away and suffered serious injuries from vomiting blood. He lay on the ground, panicked and reached into his arms, taking out a magic scroll surrounded by a sizzling, electric snake, with a magical pattern flashing the number 9 on it. Extremely intimidating. This is what he spent a lot of money buying to save his life. He gently lifted it in his hand, grabbed it and prepared to move. When the magic pattern flashes the number 9. Between lightning and flint. Feeling danger approaching, 7 treasures moved. It unfolded in an instant, and between 2 breaths, a colorful figure swiftly swept past the level 9 assassin. Ah! A scream came, and Chibao's sharp claws cut off the wrist of the 9th level assassin. The magic scroll fell to the ground and was stained red by his splashing blood. On the other hand, Ares. When he saw the 9th level magic scroll, his body method suddenly increased by 5 times, and he instantly emitted a light bondage and quickly retreated to widen the distance. During the retreat, simultaneously support the 9th level bright fighting chi shield and the light guardian to form 2 defenses. Fortunately, Chibao's instant shadow body technique interrupted the threat in front of him. It flashed over the 9th level lightning magic scroll on the ground, grabbing it and flying towards the air. The level 9 assassin stirred up the dark energy within his body, elevating his body to the limit. Ignoring the pain of a broken wrist, he turned around and fled. Want to leave? Ares raised his sword eyebrows. The 9th level assassin had just run over 10 meters when a light bondage landed on him, unable to move at all. A huge white sword roar followed. Ping! 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 Densely impacting his level 9 dark fighting chi shield, all scattered. Ares has increased his level 9 bright fighting chi to its limit, and his body method has increased by 8 times, approaching at lightning speed. Brush the long sword in his hand was swung, and a white bright fighting spirit blade shot out quickly, fiercely cutting into the dark fighting spirit shield of the 9th level assassin. Ping dot. The dark Duki shield trembled lightly and remained unbroken. Brush. Brush. Instantly unleash another light binding, followed by 2 9th level bright fighting chi blades, one in front and one behind. Ping ka, the dark Duki shield shattered and finally broke through the defense of the 9th level assassin. In the blink of an eye, a level 7 light magic radiant light was instantly unleashed. Dozens of white sword rays penetrated through the book garden www.zhaoshuyuan.com, and the remaining power of the sword rays cut across the surrounding walls, throwing bricks and stones away. Ah! A scream came from behind. Unexpectedly, you. Level 9 magic weapon pairs. Cultivation. The level 9 assassin turned around and glanced at Ares. Pop it. His body fell to the ground. Bang bang. The long sword and a magic crystal card in his hand fell, struggled twice before stopping, and blood flowed from the ground. The last thought in the mind of a level 9 assassin was that he had been tricked by that small level 6 earth mage. Chibao grabbed the level 9 lightning scroll and landed it on Ares' shoulder. Shihai Chuanin said, "Boss, why don't you control him with the level 8 Judgment of Light of the Light series?" It took a lot of effort to control and kill this level 9 Dark Series warrior killer. 7 treasures, the level 8 Judgment of Light has too much movement, which can easily attract a large number of Royal Dark Horse Knights. There is no need. Just now, the boss just wanted to figure out why these people wanted to kill him, but he got nothing. Boss, these people have a murderous intent when they come up. Why are you so polite? The Royal Black Heavenly Horse Knight is here. If we stop him, we can just destroy him. The unique killing nature of the 7 treasures is not transferable with age. That's right, the boss always worries about attracting a large number of 9th level Holy Mountain judges. He forgot for a moment that he has reached the 9th level of the Light-type Great Wizard and 9th level of the Light-type Warrior. Even if we encounter a large number of level 9 judges who cannot defeat us now, we can still fly away. Ares spoke awkwardly. After looking at the body of the level 9 assassin on the ground, uncovering the mask, I found a red plum blossom mark on his neck. Ares frowned, unsure of the meaning behind it. Chapter 7. Nothing obtained. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Ads by Google equals window. Ads by Google. Push, bend down to pick up 3 magic crystal cards and the long sword of the ground level 9 assassin. The magic crystal cards swiped each other, and the magic pattern numbers flashed. The 500W gold coin of the 9th level assassin and the 80W gold coin of the magic crystal cards of the 2 8th level assassins added up. Ares flipped his hand and placed these items into the space ring. Boss, just now if you let my baby take action, under the control of the boss, my baby can instantly eliminate those 2 level 8 warrior assassins. Then, the boss kept releasing control, and my baby released another Earth-type, gravity spell, to immobilize the 9th level assassin. The multi-attribute skills bombarded him repeatedly, and if he didn't believe it, he couldn't break through his defense. Boss, here's this trophy for you. 7 treasures handed over the level 9 Thunderbolt scroll. Ares took the scroll and placed it in the space ring. Shihai Chuanin said, Qibao, thank you. Your idea is correct, but we can't rely on you all when we encounter a situation, can we? The boss just said, can you take action again during a crisis? The power of this level 9 lightning scroll is not small. If it detonates, the people in this area will suffer. He remembered when he was a child, his mother once told him that a level 8 wind mage released a wind magic spell called Cyclone that destroyed half of the western suburbs of Red Maple City. At that time, his home was also not spared and turned into ruins. The boss is so stubborn. By the way, the boss, I see that you can break through the defense of that level 9 assassin with 3 strikes of the bright fighting chi blade. There is still a big gap in the strength of the warriors between you. Qibao said through a message. Qibao, what the boss means is that we cannot rely solely on external forces. You're right, if the boss uses the level 8 magic Judgment of Light from the Light series, at most with 1 level 9 light fighting blade, he can break through the defense of a level 9 assassin. Ares deduced in his mind and nodded slightly. Boss, the goal is to freely trade castles and buy snow region ice crystal honey. My baby really likes to eat that honey. These assassins, let's just kill them without burying them, hee. 7 treasures exciting way. 1 person, 1 Warcraft left. At the corner of the street. It's not good, I killed someone, exclaimed passerby A. In no time, many pedestrians came by and exclaimed loudly when they saw the miserable situation on the ground. 1 to 10, 10 to 100. The distant sky gradually heard the hissing of a dark sky horse. A patrol team of Royal Dark Horse Knights rushed over upon hearing the sound. A group of 13 people landed on the ground. The captain of the Royal Dark Horse Knights first looked at the crowd, then at a pool of blood and fragments of corpses scattered on the ground. He shouted loudly, "Is there a witness to this murder case?" The onlookers were afraid of causing trouble and shook their heads, all expressing ignorance. In the crowd, there are naturally people who can see from afar, they just dare not come over when they see fighting. Unfortunately, no one will come forward to testify. It's all over, this case is under the jurisdiction of the Royal Black Heavenly Horse Knights, shouted the leader of the 8th level Black Heavenly Horse Knights. Everyone shook their heads and dispersed upon hearing the words. The captain of the Royal Black Heavenly Horse Knight leaned down and carefully examined the body of the level 9 assassin, discovered the red, plum blossom mark on his neck. Captain Knight snorted, "Look at the strength of these muscles and bones. It turns out that they are high-level assassins of the Blood Plum Blossom organization. Many nobles have caused trouble with His Majesty the Emperor. His Majesty the Emperor has long issued an edict to clear this organization, but to this day there is no clue." He turned to the 2 level 8 knights behind him and ordered, "You, and you, report this news to His Highness the Third Prince." "Yes, Captain," said the level 8 knights in unison. The 2 of them flipped over and rode on the black sky horse, flying towards the direction of the palace. "Someone hang the body of this level 9, Blood Plum Blossom, assassin at the entrance of the West City for public display, and the others quickly deal with the chaos on the ground and continue patrolling," Captain Black Sky Horse excitedly said. He thought to himself, "It's easy to get such great credit. It's time to get promoted. I really want to thank that killer. Yes, Captain." Another level 8 knight responded and stepped out. Qingbei Imperial Palace, Third Prince's Palace. The enchanting Melody snuggled up in the arms of the Third Prince, constantly twisting her slender waist. She coquettishly said, "Your Highness the Third Prince, recently the Empress has sent people to deliver a lot of daily necessities, but those palace maids just said, 'I have seen the 501st Prince Consort.' Upon hearing this, I feel very uncomfortable." The Third Prince awkwardly said, "Beauty, this 501 is just a number. It's because I was confused when I was young. Now that the prince has a beautiful woman as his companion, there is only one beauty in his heart. Your Highness will make my concubines happy. Are you serious about this?" The enchanting Melody coquettishly said in the arms of the Third Prince. "Beauty, my prince's words are full of words, so naturally you take them seriously. Have you noticed that my prince has been to other princes and concubines since he got married to her this time?" The Third Prince embraced the enchanting Melody and kissed her. "Your Highness really hates it. You know how to bully my concubine." Melody's coquettish voice came in. She quickly grabbed the delicious fruits in front of the case and fed them to the Third Prince. At this moment, the voice of Alexander, the level 9 warrior in command of the personal guards, rang out in the main hall. "Report, Your Highness the Third Prince, the 27th Squad of the Imperial City Black Sky Night Patrol Brigade has sent someone to report that they have captured a level 9 Blood Plum Blossom assassin who has been executed and is now hanging at the West City Gate for public display. Alexander, the Crown Prince has found out. It's quite good news. You arranged to give a reward of 20,000 gold coins to someone, and also promoted the squad leader to the rank of squad leader, with a reward of 50,000 gold coins. Command them to closely monitor and gather information on the Bloody Plum Blossom assassin. In addition, disclose this information to the commander of the Imperial Guards around the father. It can be said that the Crown Prince often takes the concern of his father about the Bloody Plum Blossom assassin as his own responsibility and worries for the country, and has already achieved initial results," the Third Prince said with great joy. He thought to himself, "Those knights really think my prince is being fooled, they dare to invite credit. Which team of level 8 Black Heavenly Horse Knights can capture and kill the advanced assassins with level 9 strength, Blood Plum Blossom? Humph. I'm just not going to hold you accountable for my good mood today. As the saying goes, the credit for delivering the door should not be wasted. Your Highness, Third Prince, I will order you to leave now." The commander of the guards, Alexander, respectfully withdrew from the main hall. "Your Highness, can you tell me something about the Bloody Plum Blossom?" "I am very curious about it," said the enchanting Melody in a coquettish voice. "Beauty, don't worry about those annoying things, then, Bloody Plum Blossom is just a killer organization. Beauty, come and have my prince kiss me." The Third Prince revealed his true nature. "Your Highness is really bad. Come on, have some fruit." The enchanting Melody twisted her body in the arms of the Third Prince and coquettishly said. Southeast of the Imperial City, the third floor of the Free Trade Castle. Magician, I'm really sorry. The Snowfield Ice Crystal Honey is sold out, sorry. The 7th level water magic mage stood up and respectfully said. Last time I came, I still bought Snow Crystal Honey. Does it support booking? Ares said helplessly. Magician, last time you happened to arrive and be listed, it was sold out within an hour. There is a rule for free trading castles. In order to attract more people to buy them, no arbitrary price increases or bookings are allowed. The 7th level water system mage is respectful and authentic. He could feel that Ares was stronger and more difficult to see through than when he came last time. Such a scarce product, can't even make a reservation. Ares sighed. Magician, you are not aware of this. It is precisely because you are afraid that the imperial family and other nobles will directly book all the goods, or send people to guard them, so ordinary people will not want to buy them. In order to embody freedom, the Free Trade Castle has established such a rule. This snow region ice crystal honey originally had a small supply, otherwise, a bottle could be sold for hundreds of thousands or even millions of gold coins, the 7th level water system wizard admitted. Ares thought to himself, it's truly a castle of free trade. It not only captures people's hearts, but also generates wealth and enhances reputation. It's truly brilliant. What about Snowy Ice Crystal Bee Queen Honey? Ares argued. Master Magician, let alone Snowy Ice Crystal Bee King Honey. Although ordinary people cannot afford it, some people naturally buy it when they see it. Find Shuyuan www.zhaoshuyuan.com. I remember a person who claimed to be from the Imperial Palace not long ago, but he came more than 10 times but couldn't find anything. The 7th level water magic wizard smiled. Ares remembered, that person must be the royal MC. Immediately after hearing the message, he said helplessly, 7 treasures, Snow Domain Ice Crystal Honey, has all been sold out, let's go for nothing. It's really annoying. Forget it, boss, let's take a look next time. There's nothing we can do, Chi Bao said in a childish voice. Seeing Ares showing a somewhat regretful expression, the 7th level water magic replied, Magical Lord, don't worry. There will be an auction in this castle this afternoon. At the auction, many rare items will also appear, and even some rare items have better effects than this Snow Crystal Bee Queen Honey, thank you very much. Ares brought 7 treasures to the entrance of the 4th floor of the castle. The person guiding the shopping this time is Robert, a level 9 fire warrior, but a level 7 ice female magician wearing an ice blue magic robe. Hello, Your Excellency Ice Mage. May I ask why Robert, the 9th level fire warrior, is not here today? Ares looked at the 7th level ice mage and said. Young wizard, there will be an auction in the castle this afternoon. I heard that there will be many distinguished guests coming. You can inquire about this 9th level fire warrior, Lord Robert. He has long been transferred from the castle headquarters to the 6th level to be responsible for security work. A level 7 ice-type female mage is respectful and authentic. She thought to herself, what is the strength of this handsome wizard? Why can't he see through the colorful monster he's carrying? Thank you for the reception. By the way, could you please help transfer these 3 pots of apricot blossom wine to Your Excellency Herbert, the Earth-type wizard? Thank you. The 7th level ice-type female wizard will take it. She smiled and said, Lord Herbert really likes this wine. Chapter 8. Auction Fair. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Ads by Google equals window. Ads by Google. Push. Ares looked at the staircase and did not directly connect to the 5th floor of the Free Trade Castle. He raised his eyebrows slightly and said, Your Excellency, could you please inquire about the 6th floor auction venue? Where are you going from? Magician, you can directly reach the east entrance of the 6th floor auction venue through the VIP passage, guided the level 7 ice-type female magician. Thank you so much. Ares arched his hand. Boss, what are you doing for her sheepskin wine bag? Qibao said in a voice. Qibao, last time Herbert from the Earth Department gave the boss a 9th level light magic spell, and the boss brought him some apricot blossom wine to drink. Boss, why doesn't my baby know about this? You were digesting the 8th level Earth magic crystal core and fell asleep. Okay, I can't say it, boss, Qibao said helplessly. Free Trade Castle, 6th floor. There is a prominent sign standing on the left side of the entrance to the auction venue. The sign reads: all VIPs entering the auction venue must prepay an entry fee of 1,000 gold coins in exchange for admission tickets to this auction. An additional deposit of 300 gold coins is required. After winning the bid, the deposit can be directly deducted, and any excess will be refunded and any shortfall will be compensated. If the VIP guests who enter the venue fail to win the auction, the deposit will be fully refunded upon entry. A level 8 female water magician looked at Ares and 7 treasures and warmly said, "Welcome the wizards from the Royal Academy of Witchcraft and Wizardry to the castle auction. If you need to complete the entry procedures, please come here." The person responsible for handling the entry procedures is also a woman. She appears to be in her 50s, but her strength is actually a level 9 water system magic guide. Ares thought to himself, this free trading castle is truly a land of crouching tigers and hidden dragons. There are 9th level powerhouses everywhere, and even those who have been to the Dark Empire Palace are just like that. Hello young wizard, hello. The admission ticket to the auction is 1,000 gold coins, and the deposit is 300 gold coins. The gentle voice of the 9th level female water system wizard sounded. She glanced in surprise at Ares and the 7 treasures on his shoulders. She thought to herself, when did the Royal Academy of Witchcraft and Wizardry produce such a genius light wizard? At such an age, he has reached the initial strength of the 9th level light wizard. Hello, Your Excellency Water Magician. May I ask why there is a mention of a deposit at the auction? Ares asked in confusion. Young wizard, this is your first time participating in an auction, right? A long time ago, someone falsely reported numbers, causing valuable items to be unsold. Later, those people were also punished, and the castle established this deposit rule. The gentle voice of the 9th level female water system demon once again sounded. So it's like this. Ares blocked the space ring on his left hand and flipped his hand to retrieve the magic crystal card dropped by the blood plum blossom killer. Deduction of deposit and admission fee. The 9th level demon guide of the water system handed over a magical emblem with a number 208 on it. She said gently, young wizard, this is the admission ticket for the auction, with the VIP lounge number on it. You can enter in order. Please take a break. After the auction starts, if you encounter your favorite item, you can directly participate in the bidding through the magic circle amplification in the restroom. All items, the one with the highest quotation will be awarded in the auction venue. The overall structure is simple yet luxurious. The top of the venue is adorned with luxurious chandeliers made of light-type magic crystals and fire-type magic crystals, dazzling and eye-catching. There is a several-foot-high platform in the middle of the venue, covered with a bright red carpet, and the host of this auction is already in place. A beautiful ice grade 8 magician wearing a blue long dress stood quietly in front of a vertical table. There is a magical wooden tuning hammer on the table. The auction venue is surrounded by VIP lounges, where no one can see each other's figures. However, from within the lounges, one can clearly see the host and the location of the items in the center of the venue. The Free Trade Castle may be doing this to prevent malicious retaliation after the auction. Ares led 7 treasures straight to the 208th VIP room. Comfortable seats are placed inside, and various delicious pastries and tea are placed on the table. When Qibao saw the pastry, he couldn't help but take a piece and eat it. He whispered, "Boss, this pastry tastes good. Qibao, are you not afraid that pastries are poisonous when you come up here?" Ares smiled and joked through the voice. They dare to poison the pastry, and my baby will burn it all up with fire robbery, leaving no trace of it. Qibao chewed on the dessert and jumped a few times on the table. Half an hour has passed. A gentle female voice echoed through the magic circle throughout the entire venue. Host, all the VIPs participating in this auction have been seated, and the auction can start now. Ares heard a sound, which was made by the level 9 water system wizard who was handling the entry procedures. The Ice Mage Beauty host received instructions to amplify through the water magic formation. Her voice was very high-pitched. Dear guests, hello everyone. The 10th auction of Free Trade Castle this year is now starting. I am the host of this auction, Shan. Welcome all the distinguished guests. Applause thundered. It is jointly issued by all VIPs in the VIP room. Some VIP rooms are accompanied by a few people, but you just need to buy a few more admission tickets. The beautiful host continued to introduce, this auction is also the most abundant collection of rare items. We welcome all distinguished guests to bid. Today's first item. It is a dark gem necklace, crafted by the master craftsman of the Imperial City. It is exquisitely crafted and a rare exquisite accessory. It is more suitable for dark female magicians to wear and can defend against magic attacks below level 7. The bottom price of this item is 100,000 gold coins, and each additional price must not be less than 10,000 gold coins. Please make a bid. The ice magician and beautiful host raised the dark gem necklace in their hand and shook it slightly from side to side, making it easier for everyone to check the auction. 101W gold coins. Bid for VIP room number 35. After receiving the quotation information, the beautiful host will also quote again. VIP on the 35th is bidding 101W gold coins. Are there any other VIPs bidding? Generally, it takes about 10 breaths by default, and the host will confirm the third quotation. If no one increases the price again, the transaction will be made directly. 108W gold coins. The sound comes from VIP room 88. 120W bid for VIP room number 176. 125W. Bid for the 39th VIP room. 130W bid for the 15th VIP room. 135W bid for VIP room number 293. With many VIPs bidding, a voice rang out. So troublesome, 200 million gold coins. The VIP in room 188 directly offered 200 million gold coins, and he was determined to win. The auction venue was initially quiet for a few breaths, followed by noisy discussions among many VIPs. That person bought a level 7 dark gemstone necklace for 200W gold coins, either stupid or foolish. Not entirely, after all, it can defend against level 7 magic. The person on number 293 quoted 135W, which is already very high. Cut, I really don't know what they think. After more than 10 seconds, the high-profile voice of the beautiful host rang out. Is there any other VIP offering a price increase of 200,000 gold coins in the 188th VIP room? 200W first time, 200W second time, 200W third time, deal. Congratulations to the VIP in room 188 for taking the first item. The beautiful host hammered the nail on the head. After speaking, she put the dark gemstone necklace back into the exquisite box. Upon hearing the sound of the quote of 200 million gold coins, Ares raised his lips slightly, wanting to confirm his conjecture. The spiritual power of the 9th level dissipated, and upon checking the opponent's strength, there was a female 6th level dark mage sitting next to the 8th level mid-level dark warrior. It is the third prince of the royal family and the daughter of the Dean, Melody. It's indeed them. Ares thought to himself. The person escorting the auction box is a fire-type warrior with intermediate strength at level 9, and he walked straight to VIP room 188 on the ground. Ares looked in this direction and could see the other person's face clearly. He thought to himself, so it's him. He was the receptionist at the entrance of the 4th floor of the Free Trade Castle, Robert, a level 9 fire warrior who had been wearing a stern expression. "Thank you, Lord Robert." The ice magician's beautiful host's high-pitched voice rang out. Robert, a level 9 fire warrior, carries a large fire sword on his back. He smiled and waved his hand continuously in the direction of the VIPs around him. In this world where strength is paramount, any well-intentioned move by him can earn the respect of others. The Ice Mage Beauty host continued, "Here is information about the second item. It is a sword-shaped weapon. Perhaps due to its age, the surface has rusted, but its value cannot be concealed. For the sake of justice, this castle truthfully admits that this sword is not meteorite. But this castle has been appraised by several casting masters, and all of them have found that this sword is extremely hard, comparable to meteorite iron. Therefore, it is only discounted by half for meteorite iron weapons of the same size. The starting price of this item is 300 gold coins. Please find the book garden www.zhaoshuyuan.com, and the price increase each time should not be less than 10,000 gold coins at this moment." Various voices of discussion came from among many distinguished guests. Why is everything auctioned off in a free trade castle? Is this kind of scrap iron priced at a minimum of 300 I can't understand. You can buy a level 9 Warcraft crystal core for 300 and this sword is probably going to fail. Yes. It's just a broken sword, but it's just a bit harder. The key is that it's not made of meteorite iron, so 300 gold coins are not worth it. That's it. 300 gold coins can buy a good weapon, and it's also the kind of weapon embedded with advanced attribute crystals. From my perspective, if the sword rusts, it means it's not a treasure. A real treasure won't rust. Various voices of discussion flooded the entire auction venue. For a moment, the huge auction house had no one to offer a price. The scene was once in an awkward situation. The phrase, "comparable to meteorite," by the beautiful host caught the attention of Ares. Ares understands the hardness of meteorite, and since this ancient rust sword can be compared to meteorite, its actual texture will definitely not be inferior, just the appearance of rust is unsightly. He made up his mind to first look at other people's quotes. Inside VIP room 188. "Your Highness, why don't you bid?" The enchanting Melody smiled coquettishly and whispered. "Beauty, this prince is not an idiot. He doesn't need any scrap metal. What's the use of that broken sword? He's not even a meteorite. The beauty is so beautiful wearing this dark jewel necklace. Unfortunately, the gemstone's color is not bright enough, it's a bit regrettable." The third prince sighed deeply. Chapter 9. Ancient Sword. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Ads by Google equals window. Ads by Google. Push, Your Highness, is this necklace so powerful in magic defense that it can be compared to those flashy and gorgeous gemstone necklaces? The enchanting Melody glanced at the third prince and said coquettishly. What she said was, continue to see which fool will take that broken sword. The third prince awkwardly said. The ice magician and beautiful host saw that the atmosphere at the auction was not right, and she wanted to work hard to win it over. She raised her voice a bit and continued, "Ladies and gentlemen, this sword is really good. It cuts iron like mud. Warriors will never be weaker when using it compared to weapons embedded with advanced attribute crystals. It would be a pity if it were to be taken offline. Do you still have a VIP quote? Welcome VIPs to provide quotes." No one offered a quote, it's a cold silence. Almost all the distinguished guests present believed that the ancient rusty sword was about to be auctioned off. A voice rang out, 300 gold coins. Ares shouted out a quote. The ice magician and beautiful host felt a wave of relief in their heart. A smile appeared on her beautiful face. She suddenly spoke in a high voice and said, is there any VIP room 208 that offers 300W gold coins? Is there any additional price for the VIP room? First deal for 300W, second deal for 300W, third deal for 300W. Congratulations to the VIP in room 208 for taking this ancient sword that is comparable to meteorite iron. Robert, a level 9 fire warrior, walked over holding a slender wooden box. He walked straight to room 208 where Ares was located. He noticed that the young wizard in front of him was very familiar and was immediately taken aback. "Hi, Your Excellency Robert, long time no see, thank you very much," Ares politely said. "Cough, it's your kid, spending 300W gold coins to buy this ancient rust sword. You don't have a fever, do you?" said Robert, a level 9 fire warrior straightforwardly. "Aren't we bidding because we're about to lose out on the auction?" Ares laughed. "Kid, there are so many free trade castle auctions available, so why don't you pay for all of them? Goodbye." Robert, a level 9 fire warrior, gave Ares a strange look and turned away. The fire warriors are indeed upright, they see mountains and water, and never talk nonsense, Ares sighed lightly. "Boss, isn't that the 9th level fire warrior I met last time? How could he be here?" Chibao said through a voice. "Yes. It's him, maybe he's responsible for guarding the safety here." At this moment, the voice of the Ice Mage Beauty host rang out. "Thank you, Lord Robert." She continued to explain, the third item in this auction is a 9th level light magic scroll. Can kill people, flesh and bones, save lives once. The starting price is 600W gold coins, and each increase must not be less than 10,000 gold coins. Upon hearing that it was a level 9 light magic scroll, various chaotic discussions erupted. "Oh, my lord, it's actually a 9th level light scroll, this is really rare." "Yeah, as long as there's one breath left, it's like an extra life. 600W gold coins can buy back one's life, worth it. When it comes to the 9th level light scroll, it is indeed a rare item. It is too difficult to refine. What kind of Warcraft skin can withstand such energy? That's not clear. After all, the level 9 bright scroll is a life-saving talisman, and there will be a VIP quote in a moment. 600W gold coins. Bid for VIP room number 234. 620W gold coins. Bid for VIP room number 199. 650W gold coins. Bid for VIP room number 342. 700W gold coins. Bid for VIP room number 153. 750W gold coins. Bid for VIP room number 121. The price of the 9th level light scroll has reached 750W in one breath, which brings great joy to the beautiful Ice Mage host. Because the higher the bid, the more rewards she will receive from the castle. The beautiful host said repeatedly, the VIP in room 121 is bidding 750W gold coins. Is there any additional price for the VIP? 750W for the first time, 750W for the second time. 800W. Bid for VIP room number 174. The Ice-type magician and beautiful host's voice was high-pitched, saying, "Is there any VIP room with a price increase of 800W gold coins? 800W first time, 800W second time. 850W. The voice of the third prince came from VIP room 188. 860W. The person in VIP room 174 stepped up. 900W. The voice of the third prince in VIP room 188 sounded indifferent. 910W. The person in VIP room 174 said calmly. The Ice Magician and beautiful host watched this bidding with a smile on their face. 950W. The third prince in the VIP room of 188 was a bit angry when he heard someone arguing with him. He couldn't see anyone arguing with him. Upon hearing the third prince and another person arguing for a bid, Ares smiled heartily. "Boss, why are you laughing?" Qibao chewed on the pastry and asked in confusion. "Qibao, someone is arguing and bidding with the third prince of the royal family." "Haha. Boss, he's rich, it's okay. He shouldn't be the one to blame, who should be the one to blame?" Qibao said through a message. Haha. Many VIPs at the auction were delighted to watch the excitement. Someone started whispering again. "When that level 9 Guanming scroll reaches 950W gold coins and is really dying, can this scroll be useful? The 9th level scroll is definitely valuable, it won't be wrong. Yeah, these level 9 scrolls are very valuable, but there must be a limit. 1000W. The VIP in room 174 shouted out a quote. "What a hassle, 1200W. After the third prince in the VIP room on 188 made a bid, the other party did not make any further offers. The third prince thought to himself, what are you arguing with me in the imperial city? With such a high price in vain, the people in VIP room 174 are not good either. He thought to himself, how can this 9th level light scroll reflect its value without shouting a price? It's really surprising that there are idiots following up all the way. It's time to mention the reward sharing with the castle, otherwise it would be disrespectful to this trust identity." At this moment, the voices of discussion among the distinguished guests rose again. "Another fool in the 188 VIP room, he's purely contributing to the free trade castle. Who said it's not? A 600W level 9 light magic scroll costs 1200W, so I can't accept it." The price of the 9th level light magic scroll reached 1200W gold coins, and the ice magic mage and beautiful host was overjoyed. She couldn't conceal the joy in her heart. Her high and bright voice rang out. 1200W first time, 1200W second time, 1200W third time, deal. Congratulations to the 188th VIP room for taking a great photo, level 9 light magic scroll. One hit to the nail. The 9th level light magic scroll was naturally captured by the third prince and placed in his left-hand space ring. The Ice Series magician and beautiful host introduced several items one after another. The fourth item is a 9th level dark mid-term Warcraft crystal core. After bidding, the transaction was finally made in 600W gold coins, which were then taken into the possession of the third prince. The fifth item is a fire-fighting chi secret classic. After bidding, the final transaction price was 400W gold coins, which was won by VIP room 155. The sixth item is a sculpture from 1,000 years ago, belonging to the category of antiques. After bidding, the final transaction price was 700W gold coins, which was won by VIP room 322. The seventh item is a level 8 Dark Warcraft egg. After bidding, the final transaction price was 130,000 gold coins, and the seventh item was purchased by the third prince. The high-pitched voice of the Ice Beauty magician kept ringing, and she explained the seventh item to everyone, dispelling their doubts. After hatching an 8th level Warcraft egg, it becomes an 8th level Warcraft cub, which is a living creature and naturally more valuable than a 9th level Warcraft crystal core. If it is a level 9 Warcraft egg, the minimum starting price is 2000W. The key is that no one will sell level 9 Warcraft eggs. Until the 23rd item, Ares did not encounter any items of interest again. He just casually listened to the auction information broadcasted by the Ice Beauty mage. He opened the box and picked up the rusty sword to observe. The hilt and guard structure of the rusty sword are very beautiful, with a handle of about half a foot and small raised patterns on its surface, making it suitable for grasping. The sword has a length of 1.3 meters and a width of 1.5 inches. It is a single-handed large sword, but the only downside is that it is rusty and looks like a piece of scrap iron in the shape of a sword. Ares flipped his hand and took out the meteorite chisel dagger used for seal carving from the space ring. He used his bright fighting spirit to stroke several times on this rusty long sword. The sound of sizzling came. Except for removing some rust, everything else is undamaged. Ares suddenly understood in his heart that this was a sword. If it were an ordinary weapon, after being struck with a meteorite iron chisel and dagger infused with the fighting spirit of light, it should appear like a knife cutting tofu. Immediately, the 9th level light fighting spirit was infused into the rusty long sword, and the sword body trembled lightly before returning to its original state. Seeing a slight movement, Ares was overjoyed. I tried again, and the almost substantial fighting spirit of the light was infused again. The rusty sword trembled lightly again and returned to its original state. The 7 treasures on his shoulder saw this and spoke to the book garden www.jiaohuan.com, saying, "Boss, what are you doing? The energy of the bright fighting spirit is pouring into this scrap metal like no money. Qibao, this is not a piece of scrap metal. It was bought by the boss for 300 W gold coins, and it can't even be cut into pieces with meteorite iron. Boss, you spent 300 W gold coins to buy a broken sword. You really don't think there's a lot of gold coins to spend, do you? Would it be better for you to leave some gold coins for my baby to buy pastries and candies?" Qibao appears somewhat unfair. It grabbed another piece of cake and stuffed it into its mouth. "Qibao, don't talk nonsense. The boss is studying what kind of sword." Ares lightly stroked its small head. "Seeing that the fighting spirit of the light was ineffective, we could only try the magical power of the light system." The ancient rust sword still trembled lightly. It's just a slight tremor that lasts for a few seconds, slightly greater than the light's fighting spirit pouring into the movement. The rust on the surface of the ancient rusty sword remains unchanged, without any movement. The powerful 9th level light spiritual power instantly covered this sword, and a faint white light shone from the rust on the surface of the sword, as if the light was shining through a small hole. Unfortunately, this scene lasted for a few seconds, and the sword body returned to its original state. "I can't figure it out for a moment." Ares thought to herself, "That's strange. Are you not strong enough? Why haven't others tried this method?" "Boss, there seems to be a little movement," Qibao said in a voice. "Yes. What Ares doesn't know is that it's not because others didn't try, but because their energy attributes don't match. Nature has no effect on this ancient rusty sword." He tried several times again, including spiritual power, light magic power, and fighting spirit, but made no progress. "Boss, this baby thinks it must be a piece of scrap metal," Qibao Chuanin joked. Chapter 10. Conjectures. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Ads by Google equals window. Ads by Google. Push. Ares carefully observed the performance of the rusty sword, his eyebrows slightly furrowed. He can be certain that this ancient sword is by no means a scrap iron, and its current strength is not enough to unlock the surface seal of the ancient sword. Immediately, Shihai Chuanin said, "Christine, we won an antique rust sword at the auction, which gives us a sense of time. I infused my light fighting spirit and magical power into my sword, but my sword trembled slightly. Upon checking my spiritual power, I noticed some faint white light flickering, and I don't know what the situation was." "Oh. Sir, what material is the ancient rust sword?" Christine replied. "Christine, the material is hard to tell, but it's extremely hard. I just used a meteorite iron chisel dagger to infuse 9th level light fighting energy and couldn't even move this sword. It's really strange," Ares said in confusion. "Sir, with your current spiritual power, magical power, and fighting spirit, if you can trace any clues, it can confirm that this ancient rust sword is undoubtedly a sword with a bright attribute. If even the meteorite iron chisel dagger cannot be destroyed, there is only one possibility: this is a foreign weapon. It was brought to this continent by a foreign powerhouse, and the sword has a powerful seal," Christine firmly said. After listening to Kristen's speculation, Aries felt it was reasonable and immediately felt a sense of joy in her heart. Christine, are you talking about a foreign land? This statement is too mysterious, so how can we unlock the seal on this ancient rusty sword? Sir, I am only the body of my soul now, and I cannot leave you to explore the sea. I cannot help you, sir. Sorry. You can only check it again when the adult reaches the 9th level of the Great Light Demon Guide. If it still doesn't work, we'll have to wait until we reach the holy level to investigate. I'm really sorry. Christine said regretfully. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. I will try its power again in future battles, thank you Christine. Aries withdrew consciousness transmission. Continue watching the auction. The level 8 Ice-type Beautiful Mage host uses magic amplification to create a high-pitched voice. She introduced, the second-to-last item in this auction is a food item that has a beauty and beauty effect 10 times that of Snowy Ice Crystal Queen Bee Honey. The most common effect is that after taking it, the crow's feet at the corners of the eyes can all fade away within 2 to 3 days. Secondly, its efficacy is fully covered by the inherent benefits of Snowy Ice Crystal Queen Bee Honey. With just one bottle, the higher bidder will get it. Upon hearing this, many VIPs heard screams from the ladies. Oh my goodness! It's 10 times more effective than Snow Crystal Queen Bee Honey. Oh my god! Isn't it true that after taking it, one's face won't fade? Oh, my lord! How could there be such a wonderful food item? Seeing that the atmosphere was almost rendered, the host of the Ice Beauty Magician continued, next, Shanshan will carefully introduce this item to all the distinguished guests. In fact, this is also a type of Snowy Ice Crystal Queen Bee Honey, but it has its special features. Because it was carefully crafted by natural druids using Snow Crystal Queen Bee Honey and natural magic element, Green Leaf Revival, after several months of gestation. The reason why it is valuable is because of its efficacy and how to find natural druids. So the starting price for this rare edible item is 1000 W gold coins, and each additional price must not be less than 100,000 gold coins. Welcome all distinguished guests to bid. Many people naturally understand that the effect of the host's words is true when they hear the word natural druid. Aries is also paying attention. Natural druids are extremely powerful healing beings, and natural magic elements are beyond the control of those without talent. 10 W gold coins. Bid for VIP room number 1. 10 W gold coins. Bid for VIP room number 8. 10 W. Bid for VIP room number 133. 10 W. 10 W. 1100 W. 1200 W. 1300 W. 1350 W. 1400 W. 1500 W. No noblewoman can resist this item, young looks are too precious. The number of bids made by the VIPs surged upwards, quickly reaching 1800 W gold coins. 1800 W is the VIP bid for room 266. The beautiful magician hosts all appeared nervous and excited. If all the items from the auction she hosted today are sold, she will receive additional rewards. She kept repeating the bidding quotes between various VIPs. She spoke loudly, VIP room number 266, VIP bid 1800 W. 1800 W first time, 1800 W second time, 1800 W. To Aries' surprise, the third prince in the 188th VIP room has never made a bid. 2000 W. The voice of the third prince only sounded at this moment. 2100 W. VIP number 266 refused at all. 2200 W. The voice of the third prince sounded indifferent. 2500 W. VIP number 266 continues to bid. Although everyone was discussing, they still enjoyed watching the excitement. Everyone wants to see who the flowers belong to. Ares's 9th level mental power was deployed and he checked the guest in VIP room 266, 2 people. The strength of the male level 8 mid-stage Dark Warrior is the same as that of the 3rd Prince, while the female level 5 Water Mage. Is it a coincidence that a picture flashed in my mind? After carefully distinguishing the voice, it was evident that he was the Crown Prince of the Dark Empire whom he had seen at the banquet at the Hall of Heroes, and next to him was naturally the Crown Princess. Thinking back to the banquet that day, when His Majesty the Emperor asked the grandson of the national teacher Saint Demon Guide, Ares couldn't help but laugh. No wonder the two of them keep raising prices. In just a moment, this edible item arrived at 3,000 W gold coins. Upon hearing this quotation, the beautiful wizard host was stunned. In VIP room 188. The enchanting Princess Melody's delicate voice revealed shrewdness. She coquettishly said, "Your Highness, there is only one gift from my concubine, Snow Domain Ice Crystal Bee Queen Honey. You don't have to spend so much to be a scapegoat. What is a few thousand gold coins worth when you can make a beautiful woman smile?" The 3rd Prince looked at Melody affectionately. "Your Highness, I can hear that the voice of number 266 is your eldest brother, Your Highness the Crown Prince," said the enchanting Melody in a coquettish voice. "So what about the Crown Prince? The auction is about the one with the highest price." The 3rd Prince said nonchalantly. "Your Highness, why don't you let them be the scapegoats again?" Melody's voice rang out. "Okay, then Maren, the Crown Prince wants a good deal." "How could the Crown Prince allow a little bleeding?" said the 3rd Prince cunningly. 3,500 W. The 3rd Prince calmly shouted out a quote. 4,000 W. VIP number 266 quoted directly. "The Crown Prince is determined to have this item, he will take it for any amount of money. It would be the most suitable gift for the Crown Princess. He really wants to bring the Emperor and grandchildren to his father. The free trading castle will be as quiet as death, with no third party participating in the quotation. The 3rd Prince has seen almost everything and has not made any further bids. Host, can we announce now?" The Crown Prince urged in room 266. The ice-type magician and beautiful host were almost shocked and lost their chin, and it took them a while to react. She immediately announced. 4,000 W gold coins for the first time, 4,000 W gold coins for the second time, 4,000 W gold coins for the 3rd time, deal. Congratulations to VIP room 266 for receiving this edible item. Robert, a level 9 fire warrior, walked over holding a beautifully patterned small box. When he arrived at VIP room 266, his expression froze for a moment. But he quickly regained his composure.